I was at a conference yesterday and there were a lot of people talking about AGI or artificial general intelligence. And some people predict that it'll be here in a couple of years. Some people predict it's going to be here 10 years from now. Some people predict it's never going to be here. And I've been thinking about this and I have a slightly different perspective to it. Let's break down on what we see has happened today. If you think about a human as the epitome of AGI or natural general intelligence, then it consists of a few things. One is the ability to have knowledge and memory, which now agents can. The second is to be able to reason, which famously Andrei Karpathy has talked about slow thinking and fast thinking. And slow thinking involves chain of thoughts. So chain of thought would be you're basically doing reasoning at inference time. Believe it or not, the latest model from OpenAI already has that, and that's the O1 model. So that's the second thing. The third thing is a natural interface to engage with your environment, specifically humans. And in that, it is again OpenAI with real-time API where you can now talk to it and it takes your voice and it converts it, it does inference and brings it back to you in a few milliseconds. And the latency will become better and better in my mind. But the last piece which has blown my mind is the use of computer as a tool by a large language model. So Anthropic Claude released the updated 3.5 that allows you to basically just take over your computer and do whatever you can do as a human. And then yesterday, OpenAI came out with a version of the desktop version, which gives it access to certain applications on your computer, and eventually you'll be able to do these things. So if I combine all of this, the use of computer as a tool, which we do almost every day, more than 8 hours a day, the use of real-time conversational as an interface, and the use of both slow and fast thinking, which is available in OpenAI, and the ability to now package this all together is, in my mind, AGI, or at least the first makings of AGI. So I feel it's not as if the AGI is in the future. Today, with these tools, if it's packaged correctly, it is almost scary what it can do in terms of what most of the humans can do. Now, it is a good thing, in my opinion, that it hasn't happened overnight, and I think it's by design as well. And the reason for that is then if it's another chat GPT moment, and certainly you now have an AI tool that uses your computer, talks to you, and reasons with you, that's going to lay off a lot of people overnight. But don't get fooled. It's still here. It's still among us. So where I'm going with this is I feel now more than ever, we need to be in control of how we manage these tools. Not to just speculate of what may or may not happen in the future, but to be part of this discussion to understand what is possible today and in ways try to influence it that eventually is good for the larger society or hopefully the entire society. If you have thoughts on this, which I'm sure you do, feel free to comment and I'd love to have a discussion on this.